Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. This is Quant from Futures Analytica, bringing you guys another live futures trading session. We're starting the day out here in ES with regression mode. You can see here we just got filled into our first trade. It's a long trade. We're on 7 contracts now instead of 6. And we now have an automatic stop chase. 1 to get to 4 ticks of take profit. You can see the market here is pretty choppy, so it's going to be a little bit more of a difficult day to trade today. Unfortunately there, our first trade of the day is a loss. We're down to 554. Analytica Chart 4.2 Plus is just a free update to the Analytica Chart 4 Plus. If you don't have it, make sure to grab that through the download section of your purchase. Hey Ravik, reach out to our support if you're having issues using that on Apex. There shouldn't be any issues with that. Hey, this user asked, what are my derived area settings? If you're curious about that, just download the template that is inside of the download section of your purchase and import it into NinjaTrader. It'll automatically set everything up the exact same way I do. Just got filled into a long trade here. Hopefully we can end up winning this one. It hit our automatic stop chase there. So we're now at a minimal loss if we're losing this trade. There we go. There's our first one of the day. We're almost up to break even, but because of commissions, we're down by $52. I can see here we just got filled again, and this time it's a short trade. Let's see, it's pretty clearly a regression mode zone here. There we go. We end up winning that trade. That's our second one of the day. We immediately got filled into another short trade. That one moved up to our automatic stop chase. So now we only have a 3-tick stop loss instead of a 6-tick one. Unfortunately, we ended up losing that trade, so now we're only up 145 on the day. Hey Charlie, I do not retrain the model before starting the session. I just have incremental learning enabled. Just got filled into a long trade here. Again, regressive long, so it's getting us back into the mean. I feel like we should have our take profit and stop loss a little bit tighter compared to the day before, but compared to Friday, I should say. Yeah, unfortunately there's our second loss. We're going to be switching into trend mode with the formation of that derived zone. We have this highly correlated negative delta, of course, except for the 814 bar. You can see we actually got filled into a long trend mode fill there. We're not doing super well today. You can see there we ended up winning that one, so we're back right above break even, and then we just got filled into another long trade, so we'll see how this goes. This one reaches our stop chase. We almost immediately got filled on that one. We're up to $500 on the day, so we turned it on pretty quickly there. I think we were down around $1,000 at one point, so I'm glad to see we're back in the green with a full trade buffer there. But you can see commissions has eaten quite a bit into our total gains for today. We're actually 2 trades ahead, but because of commissions, we're only 1 trade ahead. So we're only at 582 instead of around $1,000 up. Yeah, at this point, we're going to be switching it back into regression mode because of this chop at this zone. Huh. Hey, SBAC, to answer your question, the NQ and ES models are not interchangeable. You cannot use the NQ model on ES. Hey, Leandro, I'd love to answer your questions, but I don't unfortunately have a translator in front of me. We've done much better today inside of trend mode rather than regression mode, so keep that in mind. Dang, unfortunately there, we're back down to $28. We're exactly where we started. So today is not a great trading day for us, especially on ES. There just isn't really a lot of non-choppy movement, and even in that area, it's pretty difficult to trade with in regression mode. So I think that we're gonna decrease our take profit to 5 and our stop loss to 5 as well. And yeah, we just did that. So you can see that we're almost reaching our take profit, and then it goes back down. So it seems to be the trend today. Just got filled short here. There we go. Now we're up. I think this is going to be a lot better for in terms of size. I think 6 ticks is pretty unreasonable during this current market, especially with the size of these bars. I'd say a good rule of thumb that we should be using is just measuring out these zones and seeing how far they actually are, because our ticks general or our trades last around 750 ticks anyway if we want to win them off the bat. But you can see these bars are pretty short for ES on 750 ticks. Like usually these bars are longer. Dang, unfortunately there's another loss. We're still up to 144, but it's a very slow process of us getting up there. I think we're going to switch up what we're doing here, and we're going to do trend mode, I think, for the rest of the session. Regression mode is obviously not working well with this machine learning model on ES. And we generally do have a trend bias on machine learning anyway. at least until we get that dual model integration. Just got filled long here. There we go. Ended up winning that one up to 261. Got filled again here. Let's see if we can reach this breakout target here. End up winning that one pretty quickly up to 669 now. Sorry guys, Mike was muted there, but we ended up getting filled into that trade. We ended up winning that one pretty quickly on the upswing. Trading ES is a totally different beast than NQ. I'd say it's much more docile, and I've had to switch accordingly. to that more docile style of trading rather than NQ, which was very high paced with a lot of mode switches. Sorry, guys. Bless me. Sneezed. Just got filled long here. Ended up losing that trade there. Had a bit of a rough start now, but we built up kind of a pretty sizable buffer to get us to closer to our take profit or our profit target. Someone's saying they can't hear me. Let me know if this is true, that if my mic is working or not. Hey, Steven, if your strategy is not showing the heuristic parameter button, that would explain why you're not getting into trades. Make sure, did you follow the video instructional guide to get to where you are? Because that should explain how to install it. The one that was inside of the PolarityATI purchase email that shows the install link is going to be old. We have a new one on our YouTube video, and I will be updating the link on the purchase email as well. But check that out. Thank you guys for the feedback that the mic is good. Just got filled long here. There we go. On the upswing up to 2,000 on the day. This user asked, do you think that if we're using static settings without machine learning, that we would be able to survive in these markets. I'd say it's going to be harder. You're going to need to do a lot more mode switching. You can see here that I've kind of settled into one mode, which is trend. But if you're using static settings, you definitely want to be in regression in this zone here. Maybe even this zone you'd be in regression. And then you'd want to be able to switch to trend very quickly on the breakout here. But that's only if you're not using the machine learning model. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm not as talkative today. I was a little bit stressed out by how the earlier day was going with trading. Just wanted to get at least a rhythm of how we were trading. We were kind of struggling to get back to break even at one point, so apologize about that. If you guys are seeing imbalances and it's not putting you into a trade, that's because machine learning is continuously optimizing your strategy settings. But of course, machine learning is not optimizing your indicator settings because that doesn't actually matter. It's just going to be visual. If machine learning was continuously updating your indicator settings, you would be seeing Christmas lights across the board, changing where imbalances are, and that would be very confusing to look at. Also, your derived zones would be messed up as well. So that's going to be why it's like that. But we just got filled here into a long trade. Hey, Luis. Especially with machine learning, to answer your question, I've seen that auto arm has been incredible for a lot of users. Um, if you are interested in trading just like me, though, where we just do arm both, there is going to be some of a learning curve on switching between trend and regression. Of course, that's included in the education that is sent to you after you purchase. But thank you for the question. Just got filled into a long trade. Regarding the time of day indicator that you guys have included in the Polarity ATI machine learning inputs, that does not matter what time zone you have in NinjaTrader. Hey, Leandro, thank you for the question. I have thought about having an AC4 chart update with level 2 market data. It's just that I don't want to add things that I'm not personally using in my trading, and currently I'm having trouble discerning an edge that does not complicate the trading too much. So um, if in the future we integrate level 2 data into the Polarity ATI, we would definitely want to push that into the AC4 Plus as well. We ended up getting filled there, and we're going into another long trade. End up winning that one up to 3,600 now. We've really settled in. I think we've only lost a single trade since we swapped to trend mode only. I think I'm going to be doing this going forward, at least till it stops working. So for the next few streams, I'm just going to be keeping it in trend mode the entire time on ES. And we're going to see how that goes because ES has been super consistent in trend mode, at least in both in back testing and through forward testing as well. Yeah, guys, I do have some updates on the VPS usage. So with that VPS usage, we are talking about talking to certain providers right now, making sure they're able to provide exactly what we need with the uptimes that we need, and we're pretty excited to be able to bring that to you guys. But um, regarding that, one of the biggest things that we're going to be encountering is scaling. So um, it's going to take time to acquire new machines if enough people are getting into it. So we may be opening pre-orders on that. It'll be a refundable deposit. Um, we're trying to release this in late May. So I could say a hard deadline of June 1st is when that usage would be, and that'll be a refundable deposit. Of course, we're going to start it with 100 slots, and that'll give us the capability to be able to provide scalable demand. And if that fills up pretty quickly, we may open up more slots. But I don't want to take too much of your guys' money. I want to make sure that we have a actual hardware setup that you guys are able to tap into. This is something that's super important to me, that you guys are getting extremely high quality servers, very, very close to the exchange with one decimal point of latency, single digit latency. So I'm trying to get you guys down to 2 milliseconds, and 3 milliseconds is our target consistently with 99.98% uptime. And then if we drop below that percent uptime, you guys will get credits towards a free month. So if we drop down to like 99.5, that entire month will be free. Also, Mark, I did already answer the time of day setting, so please stop asking. You've asked that 20 times now. Thank you. This user's question was, will this work for complete beginners with no order flow basics understood? Thank you for the question, Joseph. So I will preface it with this. You do need a basic understanding of order flow. However, that is included with your purchase. We have comprehensive education with that. And we also have 20-minute long free videos on our YouTube channel. So those tutorials are going to be in the beginner start here playlist. That's on our YouTube channel again in the playlist tab. Check out that learn order flow in 20 minutes, and you should be good to go. Other than that, there isn't really any critical analysis or subjective analysis you need to do in order to use the software in a non-confusing fashion. There we go. Just got filled into a long trade. You can see we're in trend mode here, but pretty interestingly, we have basically a regression trade loaded up here. It's regressing back inside of the range if we won this trade. See that we did end up winning that trade as well. We're on a pretty good streak at this point. We're up to 4,000. This is a pretty long trading day in comparison to our other trading days, so pretty solid there. Just got filled short here. Let's see if we can, there we go. So now we're up to 4,400 on the day. Hey, Mark, I already answered your question about the time of day setting for Polarity ATI inputs. Go back earlier in the stream to hear my answer. But I'm not going to comment on this again. You've asked this question 8 times since I last said that. As we get closer to 9 a.m., that's around lunch hour over in Chicago. So we may need to end this a little bit early, but I'd say 4,460 on the day is pretty close to our target. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. I appreciate the questions and thanks for sticking through it there. In the beginning, we were getting kind of chopped up, but just a decrease from one tick from our take profit and stop loss led us to make a lot more wins, as well as that switch into trend mode only. We're going to be doing more of that trend mode only trading, and stay posted for an update on that VPS. Still, guys, I want to hear your opinions. Let me know, what do you guys want from this VPS service, and how can I make it make you feel like you really are getting your money's worth out of this? Other than performance, performance is already a very important to us. So, um, other than that, let me know what suggestions you guys have. Thank you guys for tuning in today, and I do appreciate all of you guys' support.